What's up, horror freaks? I'm your undead horror guide, Bonnie Stiff, and welcome back to the Emporium of Dread.
Play with us.
Tonight we're injecting a little body horror, Hollywood satire, and enough synthetic youth serum to make Joan Crawford rise from the grave and sue somebody.
Joan Crawford has risen from the grave.
We're talking about The Substance, a film that asks what if the fly, death becomes her, and every real housewife of Beverly Hills had a grotesque, oozing love child.
Pretty girls should always smile.
What we need is a female victim of sudden death. Can you do it?
He's gone from here. The evil is gone.
We must create from the beginning things. Build up our own creature. Build it up from nothing.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
It is entitled Naturam de Manto, roughly translated, Book of the Dead.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
This twisted tale of vanity, vengeance, and viral mutations comes from writer-director Coralie Fargett, best known for Revenge. So you know she's got a talent for stylish mayhem and making you feel very uncomfortable about the human body.
Head between your legs.
This film stars Demi Moore as Elizabeth Sparkle, a washed-up Hollywood icon who finds herself splitting in two, like if your midlife crisis and a Botox addiction teamed up to destroy you. And let's not forget about Margaret Qualley, who plays her younger, shinier, way too confident other self. Which is ironic because most actors just use good lighting and a little CGI de-aging. This one just rips herself right out of her own back. The film takes a chainsaw to Hollywood beauty standards, exposing the horror of aging in an industry that treats women like milk left out in the sun for far too long.
Right here. Here's your little beauty secret.
And just when you think it can't get any weirder, it shoves its mutated tentacle hand right into the full-blown, blood-soaked body horror madness. So grab your anti-aging cream, your legally questionable science serum, and maybe a hazmat suit because this one gets messy. Let's break it down.
And now, on with the show.
Meet Elizabeth Sparkle, former Hollywood it girl turned aerobics guru.
All right, I hope I see you next week for Sparkle Your Life. We're gonna work on the lateral abs, you know, the most difficult part to sculpt.
Whose 50th birthday gift is getting kicked out of her own show. Ouch.
We need her young. We need her hot. We need her now.
The studio bigwig basically tells her to hit the gym or the retirement home.
At 50, well, it stops.
Distraught, she crashes her car while staring at a billboard of herself being ripped down. That's a rough day, but don't worry, mysterious hospital nurses always have solutions to a midlife crisis. This one hands Elizabeth a flash drive advertising The Substance, which promotes a younger, hotter, better you. No Botox necessary, just a shady black market serum with zero FDA approval. What could go wrong?
One and only thing not to forget. You are one.
Elizabeth, desperate to reclaim her former glory, takes the plunge. The serum works. Well, sort of. Instead of de-aging, she just splits in half like a human Russian nesting doll. And out pops a newer, shinier version of herself. Meet Sue, a hot, confident, party-loving upgrade. But there's a catch. Soon Elizabeth had to trade bodies every 7 days or else the original gets hit with an instant Crypt Keeper makeover. And also, Sue needs a daily top-off of goo extracted from Elizabeth to stay fresh. Because nothing says fountain of youth like harvesting your own body fluids. Sue, now the life of the party, auditions for Elizabeth's old gig and immediately snags it. She's a star again! Meanwhile, Elizabeth is still sulking in the shadows watching her doppelganger live out her best life. And if you think two versions of the same woman sharing a body will end in sisterly bonding, think again. These two hate each other. Elizabeth resents Sue for treating the Switch schedule like it's an optional gym membership, and Sue is disgusted by Elizabeth's self-loathing and stress eating. Things escalate when Sue stockpiles stabilizer fluid and refuses to switch back, leaving Elizabeth to age like an avocado in the sun. Fast forward 3 months, Sue, now a full-fledged celebrity, finally runs out of stabilizing fluid and reluctantly switches back, only for Elizabeth to find out she's now one missed injection away from starring in a Crypt Keeper biopic. Furious, she orders a serum to permanently put Sue out of business, but at the last second she chickens out.
Come on.
That hesitation costs her because Sue wakes up and immediately murders her. Talk about a messy breakup. But Karma's got a sense of humor because without Elizabeth, Sue's body starts rotting like a forgotten jack-o'-lantern. In a panic, she tries to create a new, fresh version of herself using the leftover serum, ignoring the one-time use warning. Bad idea. Instead of a youthful glow-up, she spawns into a grotesque, mutated abomination, with both her and Elizabeth's faces. Haha, double the nightmare fuel, double the fun. Still clinging to her career, she slaps on a mask made from her own movie poster and stumbles onto live television to host her big New Year's Eve special. It goes great if you consider the audience losing their minds and someone decapitating her a success. Yeah! But wait, plot twist. Her head grows back and her body starts exploding and the studio is absolutely drenched in blood. That's one way to leave an impression. In the end, she flees into the night before literally bursting into viscera. But Hollywood loves a good comeback story, so her detached goo-covered face crawls onto her neglected star on the Walk of Fame, smiling as she hallucinates a final standing ovation. Ah, how poetic. And then she melts into a puddle of blood and the janitor mops her up like yesterday's trash. Ah, that's showbiz, baby! Now let's fire up the old stiffometer and see where this fleshy monster mash stacks up.
Give my creation life!
Ah, skincare sponsored by H.P. Lovecraft. Who needs an anti-aging routine when you can meld into a withering mass of nightmare flesh instead? Bottom line, in Hollywood you either die young or live long enough to become a Cronenberg creature feature. This movie is a body horror buffet with a side of brutal social commentary. It's like Death Becomes Her had a love child with a fly and then threw it into an American Psycho blender. Well, horror freaks, that wraps up this ooey gooey Hollywood meltdown. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up before it detaches and crawls away on its own. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? A mystical serum that splits you in two? Hit that button and join the Emporium of Dread. I promise no unstable cloning involved. Well, probably. Got a favorite body horror flick? Or a Hollywood beauty standard that makes your skin crawl? Drop it in the comments below. And remember, horror freaks, moisturize, switch back on time, and for the love of all things unholy, read the fine print on your black market youth serum. Until next time, keep the lights low and stay stiff.
Warning signs of satanic behavior